Major League Baseball has a bunch of different rivalries, like team rivalries and player rivalries themselves, players on different teams individually. And here is an example of what I'm talking about between the Angels player and the Braves pitcher, whose names I don't fully remember, but this fight did take place just about a month ago, and it's one of the more popular times of baseball right now. But the more popular relationships are probably the more friendly ones, and we're going to talk about one of the most popular one of those today. One might think of the relationship that Aaron Judge has with Juan Soto, two baseball superstars, and they both played on the Yankees at one point. Obviously, Soto went to the Mets, so they don't play together anymore. But I feel like there's a relationship that's more special than any of the ones and any of these other ones, because obviously Judge and Soto were teammates at one point. But the relationship that these two players have, they never played together, but they've always been friendly rivals, and we're going to talk about them today. And that relationship is none other than Bryce Harper and Freddie Freeman, two of Major League Baseball's best stars. Freeman is the main first baseman for the Dodgers, while Harper has gone from right field to designated hitter to now the main first baseman on the Phillies. And these two have a very long history together, and we're going to talk about that today. The relationship that these two have has gotten so popular that even a baseball card featured in a 2019 Topps update line exists of them together at first base during a game. I'm not 100% sure how their friendly relationship started, but I assume it must have started around the time when both players were in their prime years, when Freeman was early on in his career with the Braves and Harper was with the Nationals during the early part of his career. And these two have been through a lot, because I remember a clip from 2013 where Harper got hit with a pitch that led to the bases clearing, and Freeman at first base kind of went over to keep Harper from going crazy on the other team. And this was way back in 2013 when both players were in their prime years. That's not something that probably contributed to what they are at right now, but just something I wanted to point out about some of their history together. There are a couple factors at play here, but probably the most popular part of their relationship was when Freeman and Harper shared a hug at first base back in 2024, when Freeman came back from the reserve list after dealing with a personal issue with his son dealing with an illness. And Harper, according to what he said, Harper texted him 4 times over the 9 days, checking in on him, making sure things were okay. And the Dodgers, Braves, Diamondbacks, and the Phillies all gave support for Freeman during his major issue back in 2024, which is I think is great, because other teams can support one teammate that's going through a rough time. You don't have to necessarily hate them because they're not on your team. There are a lot of pictures with Freeman and Harper together. There have been a couple of Freeman still with the Braves and Harper in his early years with the Phillies, and later ones with Freeman with the Dodgers, and both of them standing at first base together. One thing I'd like to point out is Freeman is probably one of the nicest guys in baseball, as people say, but the fact that he's friends with a player that gets ejected at least 3 times a year is kind of shocking to me. You think he'd be going for a nicer guy like Aaron Judge, but I guess Freeman knows who he wants to pick, so and I respect him for that. Again, it's great to have individual relationships in baseball. But overall, Freeman and Harper have a very long and fruitful relationship together that will live on for many years, and it's a very nice thing for them. So that'll pretty much wrap it for today's video. I hope you guys enjoyed this quick little video about two players having a good friendship together. Let me know what I should do next based on baseball. I might do like a memes video in the future or something like that. But anyways, guys, that'll be it for now, and I will see you in the next video.